Hello there and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 6 that I'll continue on Let's Play. This is episode 43. In today's episode we'll take a look at the GT National Championship for the National A section. For that we need a car to round off the National A, and for that we head to Subaru for the 2005 Subaru Impreza Sedan WRX STI Spec C Type RA05.
Wow.
I mean, why does it need to come in any other colour? Yes. Apparently it did an under 8-minute run at the Nürburgring.
Ah.
It's all in that shoddy carbon splitter.
Yeah. I can't believe this is technically an 05, but they were.
Yeah, I don't think we got them until 06.
No. I've seen a couple of 55 plate talks.
No, actually, yeah.
They're very uncommon, but you do see them occasionally.
I mean, most of them have ended up in hedges now, so... Oh, you can add more carbon.
PM5.
More carbon. Because why not? And a flat floor, which...
It's
and
a
no
worse
wings
abuser.
if you're...
And no SCI badge. They robbed it.
It debadges it as well, nice. Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Well,
Mate, you
sure
take it off and look at the back and it's just POV, you're stuck behind a fucking
Yeah.
me. You're stuck behind a car that's engine's blowing as you speak.
Fuck yeah. Anyways, that's all of the upgrades that we don't have to do. A GT National Championship. This 5-event championship is the jewel in the crown of the national racing scene. Demonstrate the power of perfection and open the door to the world stage. Beautiful. Apparently the charger can show up. I'm quaking in my boots.
Oh god.
I am quaking in my boots.
Silverado.
Silverado!
Nice.
That really is something. And a fucking Monaro. A Minority.
Yeah, Monaro's a decent car, the Silverado's a Silverado. Anyway. Hopefully
Knowing
this car...
America, though, the Silverado and the Monaro probably share platforms.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, hopefully this car lasts this fucking event, let's be honest.
Why is this interior so zoomed in?
It's how you have to drive to pretend you're going fast.
I don't know, these are pretty quick.
They are, actually. They're not as quick as you'd think, because the 0 to 60 is based on literally just fucking the clutch. Like, if you try to get 5-second 0 to 60s out of one of this, your clutch will last 5,000 miles.
And that's also given the fact that Subaru gearboxes are just not very nice to use anyway.
Mine was, you know that little chain roll thing in the fucking center console, yours?
Yeah.
Had an added feature. If you pushed it in, it made the gearbox noise slightly less.
The whining of the bearings.
Yeah. You pushed it in, you couldn't hear it as much.
I remember the guy was like, oh, this is probably going to need a gearbox rebuild. It was like, yep.
Yeah.
It's just not getting it, is it?
You don't need a gearbox.
I don't care if it's one of like 200 sold in this country, it's just not happening.
No.
Do you know the funny thing is, Azza?
Yeah?
We'll be sat here in 20 years' time and the Imprezas will do what Ford Escorts are doing now and they'll all be worth like 600 grand. Or like, even those shitty ones will be worth 100 grand and you'll be sat there like, oh, I remember I had one of those.
No, the fucking sports wagon is never going to be valuable.
Look, I'm just saying, fast forwards for people in their 40s are what Subaru Imprezas are for people in their 20s at the moment. Those Evos and Imprezas one day are probably going to be worth like £1 million, like the 22Bs and the Tommy Mackinons and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, the fucking 1.6 sports wagon is the fucking equivalent of a 1981 Ford Orion. Basically.
As a fucking 1.3
no one gives a
litre...
shit about the Ford Orion!
As a fucking 1.3 litre Ford Escort sold for like 150 grand not long ago. Granted, it had like a famous owner, but regardless.
What, was he a paedophile?
I don't know. Ford Capris with like the 1.3 is selling for like 25 grand now.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I always want... As soon as I found out they did a Capri with a 1.3 litre engine, I was like, I want that. That'd be hilarious.
Like 80 horsepower over 5 minutes.
No, 60.
Oh, fuck.
I think that was the upgraded one. I think before that they made like 53. I think the 0 to 16, 21.6 seconds.
Getting fucking clapped by a Perodua Canary, can you imagine?
I should buy one of those and then we can do a drag race between that and a Nissan Serena. Fucking, I have not seen one of
Serena is
those.
a car that's just disappeared, no one paid attention.
Like the Vauxhall Sintra. A car that's so obscure we're still not quite sure one exists.
There's 3 people in the world that actually want to see one, and they're all in this circle.
Yeah.
The one car AK wants.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Sintra. Yeah, look, he got so bored he's literally just buying Skoda Octavia VRSs for the fuck of it now. Because apparently you need 2 in a house. I don't know why. There's apparently a thing. Someone at work, like their girlfriend bought a Nissan Qashqai, so they decided they also had to buy a Nissan Qashqai at the same time. I don't really understand the logic there.
That's depressing.
I don't know why you would want a one-kumquat.
Yeah, I don't really understand the kumquat thing either, but, you know. It's hideous. So, there's one over the road that I think they got rid of for a Honda CR-V because they grew a brain cell. And I think it was on like 22s or something.
Nice.
Like, they were factory wheels, but there was absolutely no tread on that tyre whatsoever. It's like, why do you need that?
Fucking rubber bands up.
Why does the factory need that? You think you need that?
Exactly.
Well, just want 16-inch tires and be done with it.
I was half tempted to ask to special order my car with 17s. Although, in fairness, now that I've seen the alloy wheel design, I'm quite happy I didn't.
They are a bit flat, aren't they?
No, yeah. But, I mean, the 18's on the Advance. Ugh. That's a good-looking fucking wheel. It's like an old, like, 90s BBS design.
I'm looking eBay for fucking sales of anything Sintra related. Someone bought the cassette player for one.
Why should you haven't bought the cassette? I'm surprised you don't collect car radios, to be honest with you.
No, because they're hard to wire up.
No, as in, I mean, just to have them in your house.
Fuck that, I've got my fucking hi-fi stack, I don't need another.
You're the only
just collect
fucking person
brochures.
your age who knows a fucking hi-fi stack.
Hey, I'm 25, you get one of 6 special awful interests, but one of them is collecting music.
My
Like,
girlfriend said to
music
me
guy,
earlier, I really wish she was into
guy,
vinyl. It was like,
CrossFit
no.
guy, what else do you have? Fucking...
I'm in
else?
my 20s, what am I into? I'm in my 20s, what am I into?
Are you into CrossFit?
No.
IPA beer?
No.
Vinyl?
I drunk like 3 load of Becks earlier. No, my girlfriend likes vinyl, I can't stand
cars
it.
that you remember from your childhood.
Huh?
Incredibly crap cars that you remember from your childhood.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Who doesn't want a Citroen Saxo Special Edition?
God, no.
With the canvas roof.
Who doesn't want a 1975 VW Beetle?
Yeah. So you could drive around and pretend to be Ted Bundy.
I wouldn't kill it to get a fucking Ford Fiesta Z-Tech in that purple.
No. You want a Mazda 121
Yeah, you're right, actually.
in that purple. With the weird black bar that those things have.
Wait, they did it in purple?
I think so.
Well,
Them good old Dagenham
Oh,
Mazdas.
yeah, now they did.
Because they did it in purple, did you really think they would go through the effort of bringing Mazda paint colours to fucking Dagenham? They probably like showed up there and it was like, oh, what colours can our car come in? And they were like, you can have it in a blue, or white, or
I'm sorry,
red.
imagine like going out the house, walking to your car, and it is just this.
I get very excited at the moment when I see
I mean,
those Mazda 2 hybrids that are actually Toyota Yaris's.
Oh, they are great.
I mean, asshole.
Yeah?
I only liked good cars when I was a kid, like the AMC Eagle.
The 1992 Pontiac Firebird.
Hell yeah. Actually,
Or
the 89.
specifically the one before the one before they went really weird looking. I still need to find somewhere that sells one of those like weird Pontiac wheels with all the buttons on it, so I can just hang one up in here. As a piece of steering wheel history.
Real history.
I'd still like to find here the 1982 Firebird with the Iron Duke in it.
Like, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, and dude.
Hey, you know the one irony of the that buttoned up Pontiac thing?
Mm-hmm.
We all laugh at it and go, haha, that wheel was so stupid. Volkswagen somehow came up with an even worse design for a steering wheel recently, so...
Now?
A steering wheel that doesn't have buttons, it has haptic feedback.
Oh, fuck off.
Because, you know,
Right, so-
the world was such a better place with buttons that you can't actually press because they're not actual buttons. Those are always great, aren't they? Like on
Yeah.
Xboxes where they just turn themselves on in the middle of the night for no reason.
So what exactly is it? Is it like a touchscreen or something that tells you that you're understeering?
No, it's just like the buttons on your steering wheel, but they're not really buttons.
Oh.
They decided that was a good idea.
So what, when you're driving, you need to look down at your steering wheel to figure out where to press the thing. And by that time, you've already crashed into a tree or a pensioner in a Honda.
Yep, and do you know what the best bit is?
What?
They've come out now and said, yeah, it's a bad idea, but we're going to bring it back later. We're going to refine it and bring it back. It's like, why? Some things are just the way they are because they just work. Right? Look at the yoke.
I mean,
Right? Some things are just... Wheels are round because wheels being round is a good idea.
Yeah, that's why they're called wheels.
Look at those fucking trees.
I mean, Volkswagen just wants to be different because they can. They will
They wanna be
engineer something stupid
contrarians.
just to be different.
No, it's more like they're like desperately trying to like convince them that they deserve their pay. So they're just inventing.
They want to pat themselves on the back.
You know what it is? I'm strongly convinced Volkswagen engineers don't actually drive Volkswagens.
No.
Well, with the Civic, the new one especially, you can feel someone got into the old one, got out a notepad and said, this is the stuff that's bad, this is the stuff that's good, let's consider this. Hence why they've put the fucking... They've given it an actual volume knob now, they've given it proper heater controls, the steering wheel buttons don't feel like they're made of Play-Doh anymore. The steering wheel isn't hideous and awful. It actually has a digital driver's display now. It has this great feature where you can actually tell what the fucking lane keep assist is doing instead of just phantom braking because it thinks it's seen a car.
And then there's American cars that's like, yeah, do whatever's cheapest.
And then do you know what they've done? They've done all that, and then they've done the one thing that they shouldn't have done. They've turned off the road departure mitigation warning as being a button you can turn off. Now it's in a menu that you have to turn off every time you drive the car. I don't know how to. And don't get me wrong, it's not as bad as it was in the old car, however it's still irritating. Yes, I know I'm driving on the other side of the road, that's because we live in England and the roads are incredibly narrow and sometimes you just have to.
Yeah.
So
Neil,
shut up, Honda.
Some fucking car industry analysts were like, the top 5 most profitable car makers in 2022.
Yeah.
How the fuck does Tata exist when they only make 94 euros per car? How do they exist?
Research and development.
It costs more than 94 euros to build a car.
Well, I mean, if you sat inside a Tata recently.
That's out.
Yeah, there you go. Have you been inside a City Rover?
Fuck would I?
That's a car that's going to die and no one's going to care.
Yeah.
Literally no one.
I'll care.
No, you won't. Someone will say to you when you're in a retirement home, City Rover, and you're like, I remember those. But instead you turn around and bought a Rover SD1 diesel, so shut up. If it's Italian diesel. Perfect for... I don't know. What would you do in a Rover SD1? There's not what you can do in a Rover SD1.
Make sure your SD1 is falling apart like your life is.
Yeah.
Can I just
Buy
say...
a Rover Sterling.
Can I just say, the fucking names of Chinese cars are all shit. Like, the names of the manufacturers.
Hey, don't you dare diss the Aura Funky Cat.
Yeah, don't diss the
Great Wall
Wing-
Wingle.
I'm not
Yeah.
dissing the Funky Cat, I'm dissing BAIC, BYD, Chang'an, Chery.
You're not saying it right. It's Build Your Dreams.
Jack, Geely, Great Wall, Hozon, Jack, Leap Motor, Neo, Sayek, Skmua.
Sayek just sounds like someone with a list saying Sayek.
Like, those are not cars. They're awful.
We all know the best one.
It sounds
is...
like a racist slur.
Well,
Great
have you seen
Wall
the new
Wingle.
one?
Nah.
The Build Your Dreams Otto 3, which we're getting. Which doesn't answer the question of where's Otto 1 and 2.
I haven't... God, that's just a fucking...
It's just a crossover, isn't it?
You know, fucking when you go to an ice cream self-service machine and it just like unceremoniously drops it.
Yeah.
It's just that, but car.
It just looks like someone described a Honda HR-V over the phone.
It's just a car.
It's not as much of just a car as the MG ZS is.
True.
That is literally the definition of, would you like a slab of car?
It's just car.
It's just car. But what do I get in it? You get a car.
big bowl of warm broth.
What features are in this car? It stops. It starts.
It has brakes.
It has brakes and gears and a wheel that you turn. What are the exciting new features on the MG ZS? That it is a car you can do a bank robbery in because no one will be able to describe what you robbed the bank in. What was
Probably
it?
one of
What were
the-
they driving? A car? I don't know.
Probably
What were
the
they
first
driving?
I bet you anything that the first main feature of that car is ABS.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, what were the bank robbers driving? And they're like, Have you ever seen one of those LV adverts where they just take the badges off of cars and they just look like nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the new SUV they have?
The ZS, yeah.
Just,
MG ZS is
I'm
the
pretty sure-
evolution of our compact SUV. It features a unique new exterior. It's
That
not
looks-
unique! It's every car ever!
It's a
I-
Mazda
I-
CX-5.
Yeah, imagine this if you robbed a bank, someone would just say, "What was he driving a Mazda CX-5?"
Do you know what the best thing is with fucking MG?
Have you
They
met-
released
have-
like the MG5 like half a year ago, and they were like, "No, we need to change the face on this." So now they've just given it the face of the MG4, but the back end still looks like the old MG5, and it's just strange to look at now.
Have you heard the fucking 2 trim levels of MG ZS you get?
Go on.
The Excite and the
Naturally.
Exclusive.
Neither of which are
Two
true,
cars
considering it.
nowhere near.
I like those trim levels.
Do you know what I think? Do you know why I think the MG ZS sells well?
Why?
Because I think people arrange appointments to like buy Mazda CX-5s, and then as they're driving to a dealership, they realise the MG, which looks exactly the same, costs like £5 less, and they're just like,
No, I'll just scroll down
Oh.
and I found out how they shift any of them. The
God.
Motability scheme.
oh god, yeah, no, all of them are on Motability scheme.
Oh, yeah.
That's especially true of the real. Here's the point with MG: they either make something like the ZS, which is just the most generic looking crossover you ever seen, or they make something truly hideous like the HS or GS or whatever it's called, which just looks like if SsangYong's design department woke up again. Like, you need to make something ugly, you don't say.
Weekly rental cost starting at just 75 quid. Fuck off.
Well, that's the good news, is eventually all of them are just going to be like...
Oh my god, I see what you mean about the MG5.
Yeah,
You know how you said the Toyota Yaris first gen has a front that doesn't match its rear?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it just looks like it got front-ended and someone's like, wait, we need a face for it.
Just steal one.
We need to graft a face onto it.
Looking at the MG5, they look like they stole the front end from a Mercedes.
Yeah, kind of. Do you know what the best fucking Mercedes A-Class? Have you seen what they've done with the A-Class?
Now what have they done with the A-Class?
They facelifted it,
Yeah?
which means they haven't done anything to it at all, but what they have done is they basically went through the trim levels and was like, right, none of these trims exist anymore. You either have the car in A180 or A200, or you're getting a fucking A45 AMG, and that's your options.
Nice.
I don't like the A-Class. I think it looks like it's melting.
I've never liked it.
I don't understand anyone who's like AMG, Mercedes' current design language is good. It's just like they all just look like they're melting.
Yeah?
There's a guy around our town that drives that first gen.
Do you know what the A-Class
Damn
really
thing.
is? Do you know what the A-Class is? Truly.
A car.
It is a car for marijuana dealers.
Yeah.
All of them are owned by part-time marijuana dealers.
Yeah.
If you smell
Like, I'm not
something in
even
the
gonna
air,
refute
it's
this
an
with
A-Class.
funny comment. You're just completely correct.
Yeah. Like, if they're a successful drug dealer, they get an A45. Oh, actually, do you know what I saw the other day? And it was really horrible.
Huh?
A Brabus G-Class.
Oh, fuck.
And my girlfriend was like, that's hideous. And I was like, yeah, I know. And the worst bit is that guy probably gets pulled over at least 3 times a day. It's like, where's the Coke Empire?
Come on, Pablo.
Come on, Pablo, yeah. No one with taste has bought that car. I love it how the LOD model for the Impreza, watch it as we get close, has the rear lights being wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty certain it uses the LOD from a blob eye. Yeah, look.
Yeah, that's.
I swear that's the most noticeable LOD I've seen in this game. Driving down the road. And there's a trick. I'm gonna drive on dirt. What a Silverado.
What about the silver? There's trucks in this game.
There is 4 trucks.
5 actually, midget.
You have a choice of Ram, Tacoma, which we was reading the details for earlier, apparently is a pickup truck, which is also a high-performance sports car with its 245 horsepower 4-litre V6.
Not though, is it?
Known for its high revability. What's the other one? A Ram that there's a Lightning and a midget, and that's it, I think.
Silverado and the SSR.
Oh yeah, the Silverado.
And the
Oh yeah, the
SSR.
SSR is technically a truck as well. The SSR is not a truck, it's a plaything.
It's just blob.
It's a matchbox.
I don't know,
I was gonna say a Hot Wheels, but it's not a Hot Wheels, it's a matchbox.
all I know about the SSR is that the same guy designed that as the same guy that designed the PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
And probably the HHR, I'm imagining.
And the HHR.
Yeah.
Probably the fucking foul one.
He's the guy who made the HHR SS panel van.
Hell yeah.
Which is still a ridiculous vehicle.
I'd use one.
I know you would. In fairness, I was reading a blog the other day.
Aye.
Do you know what's for sale somewhere in this country at the moment?
Sale somewhere in this country.
The Citroen Zara Enterprise.
The fuck?
Which is
What?
a van version of the Citroen Zara.
This isn't a thing.
It is. Do you know what else is a thing actually? while
Fucking
I'm on it?
hell.
Do you know what else is
Yeah,
a thing
it's a thing.
actually?
North East Derbyshire Council's fleet replacement program with Citroen.
Do you know what else is a thing that you might not believe me on as well?
Yeah?
They sell a version of the Toyota Corolla as a van.
I mean, I can't believe it. They sell a fucking version of the Citroen Army.
No, but as in they sell the Corolla estate as a van,
Nice.
So,
but it's not a van.
so
Because
I
it
tried
still has
to
back
type-
seats because they couldn't be bothered to remove them.
I tried to
They
type
just constantly hauling cargo.
Yeah.
Just bolted in.
I tried to type in Xara Enterprise, but Google tried to reroute me to Engine Light.
Nice.
That is the most Citroen
I
Zara
love
thing
North
I've ever
American
heard.
Google.
The Citroen Zara is going to be a car that disappears and no one's going to remember it.
Oh god, yeah.
I'll be sad though.
Even the fucking
Yeah.
the top dog on there, the fucking VTR.
BTS.
Now that I saw the Enterprise, I'll probably remember it.
Yeah. No, God, as a kid I always thought the VTR was the top model, but it was actually VTS.
I didn't know they made a VTS Zara. Don't care.
Did you know? You know that whole like, oh, what 205 GTI is better, the 1.6 or the 1.9?
Yeah.
Did you know that argument happens in Citroen Zara fan clubs? Over what handles better, the VTR or the
You're just
VTS?
fucking with me, man.
Yeah. They
You're
argue
just-
over what's better.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Saxo VTS is just better.
I mean, there's probably people in clubs arguing over which fucking Reliant Robin handles better.
The Mark III with the Vauxhall Corsa headlights, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Or like that weird one that was made by like that company that filled them full of leather and aircon.
Was it the one that made 3 of them, the fucking glass company?
Yeah, that. They made all of them had like leather and walnut dashes and just shit.
Thanks, Asian Wheels.
Yeah. I knew that before. But that's
Probably
because
told me
I
that before
occasionally
he's-
end up in. Yeah.
Before he said it, but
Fucking that Robin. I just love the fact the front number plate says bollocks.
Yeah.
And also he bought like the jankiest fucking one he could find.
Oh god, yeah, that suspensionless.
The leaf springs that was snapped in half that actually drove better on fucking those leaf springs than it does on the new ones. Because Reliant.
The British way.
I love it how it's called Reliant even though it's the least reliable car you could probably get.
I like how he bought a Lada and he just classified it as a car.
Yeah. He bought that and he's like, this car isn't even that funny, it's just bad. Like, it's not even like funny bad, it's just sort of like me. I love the fact the guy who sold him it was just like, oh yeah, sorry it wasn't a 5-speed. I can send you the entire gearbox to turn it into a 5-speed if you like. It's like, nice.
Good guy, seller.
Yeah. It's like the guy at fucking Hoover's garage bought that fucking Chrysler TC from. Oh sorry, it was the LeBaron convertible, the guy who had like 24 of them. For no good reason. I was watching a video the other day on this fucking YouTube channel where a guy owned 40 Fiat Pandas.
Why? It's like me owning 40 Tic Tacs.
The worst bit is apparently he plans to make them all road legal.
Why do people that hoard fucking cars just the random shitty cars?
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hoard every single Citroen Zara available.
Better get collecting.
Yeah.
I'll say that, you probably buy the
Better
used
get
for
collecting this. It must be
2100
like,
quid.
there must be less than 200 left.
Then again, fucking Azzo probably poured all the first gen neons.
Yeah.
Two! Like, I just imagine there's just 2 that sold in the entire country.
The worst bit is... I bet those fucking first gen ones were only like press cars as well, and as soon as they were done with them, they're like, yeah, get these shipped back off to California.
This get out.
I think Azzo should have the one that goes around my town that has basically a paint job from a 90s ice cream cup.
Oh god, yes.
The fucking first gen Neon. Those really are a car that time has forgotten.
Yeah.
Which is good, because those cars are terrible.
They're the best awful car in the world. You know what it is? It makes Juiced on the PSP the best game. Because you could drive a Dodge Neon first gen, and the soundtrack has fucking Limp Bizkit in it.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
just 1998 American Urban Simulator.
The best worst car is the Sinclair C5.
Not car!
It's a car in the same way the Citroen Ami is a car.
It's been having the 4 wheels!
Sinclair C5 has, if you want to make it safe.
But it's the point of the C5, you don't want it to be safe.
I'd get one and try and make it all-wheel drive.
3-wheel drive.
I like that I have not reviewed one.
Oh god, the one that was just like reviewing on like the streets of this like random beach place, and everyone was just like looking like, what the fuck?
And my search for Chrysler Neons for sale has turned up good.
Good, go buy one. Sell the Yaris and buy a Neon.
Yeah.
You need less reliability in your life.
Yeah, God, I've been having it too good with the hours. I think it's on like fucking 4 years at this point. I need a car to kick me in the dick.
Kick you in the dick.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Portugal Canary.
no, because that's alright.
That's why I still have my Ford to keep me on my toes.
Yeah. Truly wretched car.
Also, fuck the Canary, it's the Kalisa that's the...
Khaleesi's the one that got killed by Jeremy Clarkson on the movie.
It's also got an off-center mounted number plate, but it's ever so slightly off-center to the point where it would fucking kill me.
Yes.
All the reason you should buy it.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. GT National Championships. You placed first. You get 35 grand. Not a lot.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Oh,
Hoorah. Oh, and what's the prize car gonna be? You don't get one, no. Wow.
it's alright.
The wing mirrors are in the wrong place, and I hate the fact all the logos are mirrored.
It's a Japanese thing, and it's a Japanese thing.
You would understand.
Both of them are stupid.
Those are just fucking the REM, whatever the fuck, wing mirrors. They look
Ari and
stupid.
Memia.
They look stupid, but I do think this car was a whole, and it lays car.
Needs an
I
LS.
mean, the figures on it are fine.
It just fucking serves cut. It's so nice looking.
Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Next time, I'm going to be taking a look at the International B license. Join us for that. Until then, farewell.